Guess who? It's DVO, Derek Van Otten, for another episode of the DVO Show. And I am releasing this episode on Independence Day, July 4th, 2022, because I try to release them on Mondays anyway. But I was kind of out doing activities because it's that time of year where there's a lot of carnivals and festivals happening. I know I just recently talked about that on another episode, but I'm out with my little one, and she's 2. All right, she's 2. She's almost 3. Actually, this month she'll be 3 this month, and I'm 40. I'm 41, and I don't know about you guys, but when I was a kid, when I was maybe 10 years old, when I thought of somebody who was 40, I don't know why I thought they were old as hell. Did anybody else think that when they were a kid, like 40 years old, like you are an old man? And now that I'm 40, I don't know if 40 is the new 20, because I feel great. I hope you guys do too. I hope you guys feel fantastic. I feel great. I feel lucky to be alive. I'm living vicariously through my little one. I'm watching cartoons. I'm eating ice cream. We're going to playgrounds. We're playing with toys. I'm having a blast. And we're going to these carnivals and festivals, and she's going on these rides, and it's so fun to see her all excited about it. And there's fireworks shows happening. And obviously, by the time this episode is being released, you are going to be watching fireworks shows, or you've just watched fireworks shows. And I'm staring at her, and she's just looking with amazement at these firework displays. And they're playing music, and they're playing, "I'm Proud to Be an American." I'm proud to be an American. You know what I'm talking about. I don't know about you guys. When I hear that song, I get choked up. I am damn proud to be an American. And I know some people are talking all this mess out there like, oh, our country's going to hell in a handbasket. It is not. Our country is amazing. We are free people living in this country. You don't believe me? Go visit another country. Now, I get it. There has to be laws. There has to be rules. There has to be, order, or else everyone's going to be running amok doing whatever they want. We can't have that. So we've got laws and order. But we are free people. Go down south to Mexico. See how free it is. Go to the Philippines. Go to North Korea. Go to Venezuela. Go to these countries and see how free it is for them. Imagine going to North Korea and you're only allowed like 6 haircuts. You walk into a barbershop and you pick on a wall like 6 options. And that's it. No one can have any other haircut besides these 6. Can you believe that? Imagine having a dictator and you commit any crime. They're like, hey, we're anti-crime. You commit any crime, like stealing a piece of bread, and they're going to kill you over that. Right? There's crazy stuff happening in the world. We live in the best damn country there is. And I just want you guys, because I know it gets exciting this time of year. I know the 4th of July, you're out, it's summertime, you're out, you're wearing flip-flops, you're wearing tank tops, you're having barbecues, you're having a blast, you're watching fireworks, and it is a good time. Believe me, I enjoy it. And I hope you guys are having the best 4th of July ever this year. I truly believe that. And I truly hope for that for you. But I want you also just to take a moment and then breathe in the fact that we live in the best country there is. That's what we're celebrating. We're celebrating our independence to be the best country ever. In my opinion, I've never lived in any other countries, but I've been to a lot of different countries, and in my opinion, this is the best. I remember when we took a family trip down to Mexico, and we flew into El Paso. That's what it was, El Paso, Texas. We flew from Salt Lake to El Paso, then drove through Juarez to another airport and got on an airport there to Mexico City. But anyway, crossing the border from El Paso into Juarez, man, did I feel scared. Not like scared, like I'm scared someone's going to rob me or hurt me. It wasn't that type of fear. It was the fear that I just didn't feel safe. Like, I didn't feel safe. Again, not for my well-being or my family's well-being. It's just like I didn't feel safe because I feel like we have the right things in place here. When I talk about we have law and we have order and we have freedoms, we have that here. And you leave it and you feel a little frightened in a sense. Don't believe me? Try it, all right? Try it. I'm not talking about going down to Tijuana where it's a touristy area. I'm talking about really crossing to a border and see how you feel about it into a country like that. Like that's not first world. Because first world problems, I know it's a joke, but it is real. Okay, everyone right now is just so up in arms about politics and gas prices and blaming each other and this country's going down. It's not. Sure, there are things that are not perfect. Sure, there are people that are corrupt. Sure, there's things that we don't like and we have opinions about. Doesn't mean the whole thing's bad. All right? We're just jumping to conclusions here. All right? Being a little over dramatic, in my opinion. Again, don't believe me? Go into another country. See how it is there. Just go. You'll see what I'm talking about. And I just hope that you guys just, again, like I said, just take some time to really appreciate the fact that we are here. People risk their lives to be here. In fact, hell, in the news right now, 48 people left abandoned in a truck that are dead because they're risking their lives to cross the border? Right? People are risking their lives to come into our country, and we take it for granted every day. I do. Don't get me wrong. I take it for granted all the time. And that's what I'm talking about in this episode, to just take a moment and just realize how good we've got it. We've got it good. And take this time of year to breathe that in a little bit is what I'm saying. Enjoy it. Have fun with it. Go to the car shows. Go to the parades. Have an extra hot dog. Enjoy it. Get that kettle corn. I'm all on board. I'm with you. All right? Invite me, in fact. But then also just relinquishing the fact that we live in the best country in the world. In the world. And just be grateful for that. There's a podcast I like to listen to. It's an NPR podcast. The title is How I Built This with Guy Raz. And Guy Raz interviews successful business owners. Businesses you are very aware of. Check this podcast out. I really like it. I hope you take a look and you're interested in it. You'll see there's a lot of business owners with businesses that you are very familiar with products that you use or consume all the time. I guarantee you've heard of these companies. Check it out. I like it. Anyway, during the interview, Guy asks his guest, every guest, he asks the same question. And he asks about their success and how much they contribute their success to hard work and dedication, and how much to just pure luck. And I'm always interested in hearing their answers. I think it's very fascinating, the answers that these business owners have. I do like hearing it. And I was at a speech one time with a gentleman, and his name was Omar Oropesa. And he was talking about how people tell him all the time how lucky he is because he's built a successful business and he makes, millions of dollars a year. And people tell him all the time, oh, you're so lucky you get to live in that house. You're so lucky you get to drive that car. You're so lucky that you live this amazing life. And you're so lucky you get to travel to Disney World all the time with your kids. And his answer to them is, it's funny you say that. It's funny how you say how lucky I am, because I feel the harder I work, the luckier I get. And it's kind of a backhanded compliment, a little sarcastic response, right? And I think about that speech a lot of times when I hear people talk about luck and hard work and dedication towards success. And I kind of agree with Omar on this, right? It's like he had a speech impediment where he could barely get a sentence out, just right, just stuttering. And he was in sales. Can you imagine that? He was in sales with a speech impediment, trying to promote and sell services and products. And maybe he's going door to door. I don't know. Maybe he's getting on the phone. I don't know how he did it. But can you imagine having a speech impediment? And people say you're lucky for your success. So, and he overcame that, right? He didn't look at the speech impediment as a blockade to becoming successful. He just looked at it as a hurdle that he needed to get over to reach the success he wanted. That's how he looked at it. And I like that. And he lives a dream life now. Yeah, he hardly ever works now. He talks about how his family and friends complain that he never works. They used to complain how he worked all the time as he was trying to build his business. He was always working. Now they complain that he never works because he's always on vacation with his family. It's funny, I love that story, absolutely. Anyway, I think about this. I think about Guy Raz, and I think about, wouldn't it be great one day that DVO, create an amazing business that you all love and use my product or service, and I'm well recognized. I'm asked to be on this podcast, and I'm asked, how much do you believe is due to your hard work and dedication? How much do you believe is just pure luck that I stumbled across? And I think about it a lot, and I think about Omar's answer. It's funny. The harder I work, the luckier I get. And the majority of business owners do attribute to a good amount of luck, right? They met the right person. They were in the right room. They came up with the right idea at the right time. Whatever it is, they do contribute that a lot of luck to their success. And I could probably trace back to, actually, it was probably some of their work ethic that put them in that spot. I think it was their drive, their work ethic, put them in those positions where they could meet these people. And sure, there was a little bit of luck to that. But when I think of the answer, I think the majority of my mild success has come from my hard work. And there has been a bit of luck, maybe some luck of people I've run across, people that I've encountered with. But there's two things that I purely say are just absolute luck for me. Those two things are the first are my parents, my family. I am so lucky that they decided to get their groove on at the exact right moment, at the exact right time, to where here I am, I'm the product of that. That is purely luck, and by chance that I'm here today. It's purely by chance that you're here today, right? Because go to biology class if you want to see how lucky you are to be here. All right, take a quick biology course if you don't remember. See how lucky you are to be here. Okay, we're very lucky. 1 out of a million. Okay, that's how lucky we are to be here today. So I feel very lucky that I'm here today, and I have the parents that I have. They got their groove on at the right moment, at the right time, and here I am. I'm very lucky for that. That's number one. The number two thing that I say I'm very lucky about, because I had no control over this. I didn't have control about being born, and I didn't have control of where I was born, which was right here in the USA. I'm so lucky that I live in a country where I can start my businesses, where I can marry whoever I want, that I can go wherever I want and have whatever job I want. I'm so lucky that I was born in the USA. I purely believe that. So I think if I were to answer with Guy, I would say majority of my success, or mild success, I will say, has come from my hard work and dedication. And there's a smidgen of luck in there, and that'd be who my parents are, who my family is, and I was born in the USA. I'm so proud of that. And I take a lot of pride in my heritage. My mom comes from the Philippines. My dad's family comes from Holland, hence my last name, and hence my brown complexion. But I'm so honored. I'm so happy I was born in the USA. And I hope you guys remember that. Okay? Take that in a little bit and just say, wow, I could be living in Singapore. I don't know. I hope I'm not bashing any of these countries. I don't mean to bash any countries. I've been in other countries, and it's rough. Okay? It's rough in some of these countries. And obviously there are some countries that are thriving and wealthy, but I'm just saying, out of all the countries in this earth, I'm happy to be American, happy to be in the USA. I hope you guys are too. I hope you have a blast, have a fun and safe 4th of July. Have a blast, have a fun and safe summer. Keep living the good life. Thanks for watching and listening to another episode of the DVO Show. DVO out.